let us look at a simple tool to expose the truth of any relationship in your life. Take a piece of paper today and draw a line down the middle. On the left side, write down everything you have invested in that person over the last 6 months, the money you lent them, the hours you spent listening to their rants, the favors you did for them, the times you dropped your plans to help them. Now, on the right side, write down what they have invested in you. How many times did they check on your well-being without wanting something? How many times did they help you when you were suffering? How much real effort did they put into your life? When you look at that paper, the truth will slap you in the face. You will see a massive, uneven deficit. You will realize that you have been operating an emotional charity while they have been operating a free harvesting system. Seneca urged every rational human being to keep a strict ledger of their life energy. Preserve your resources. Let no person rob you of a single day who cannot give you full value in return for your time. Once you see the transaction balance clearly, stop making excuses for them. Stop telling yourself, "Oh, but they are going through a hard time," or "they have a good heart deep down." Look at the cold facts on the page. If the balance is 0, withdraw your investment immediately. Step 4. Beware of the hoovering trap. This is the exact step where most people fail and fall back into the trap. Pay very close attention. What happens when you start detaching from a manipulator? What happens when you stop replying to their messages instantly and stop giving them free favors? They sense the loss of control immediately. Panic hits their mind. So, what do? They launch a tactic called hoovering, named after a vacuum cleaner that sucks you back in. Suddenly, out of nowhere, they send you a warm, sweet message. "Hey, I was just thinking about you. I miss our deep conversations so much. How are you?" Or they bring up a sweet memory from the past. Or, even worse, they fake a sudden personal emergency to trigger your hero complex again. Your weak, emotional brain wants to believe them. You think, "Oh, look, they finally realized my value. They changed." It is a complete lie. They have not changed. They do not miss you. They miss the benefits you gave them for free. The moment you step back through that door, the sweet act will vanish within 48 hours, and the old abuse will resume. Marcus Aurelius warned himself repeatedly about being fooled by superficial changes in dishonest people. A cucumber is bitter? Throw it away. There are briars in the path? Turn aside. That is enough. Do not add, "Why were such things made in the world?" When the hoovering message arrives, treat it like a bitter cucumber. Do not get excited. Do not send a warm, emotional reply. Recognize it for what it truly is, a cheap psychological trap to test your boundaries. Stay stone cold. Keep walking forward on your own path. Right now, at this very moment, there is a high chance that someone in your life is using you as a tool. They do not love you for who you are. They do not respect your time, your goals, or your mental health. They only love what you do for them when they are lonely, broke, bored, or going through personal drama. Your phone rings instantly. You drop your own work to answer. You give them your money, your time, your advice, and your emotional energy. And what happens the moment their problem is fixed? They vanish into thin air. They don't check on you. They don't ask how your day was. If you try to share your own pain, they suddenly get busy. Give cold, one-word replies, or change the subject back to themselves. Deep down, you know you are being used. It burns inside your chest. It makes you feel dirty, exhausted, and furious with yourself. So, what do most people do when they finally snap? They throw a massive emotional outburst. They write a 5-page text message explaining how hurt they are. They yell, fight, or demand an apology. And here is the dark psychological trap. When you show a manipulator your anger, you give them total victory. Your anger proves that they still hold emotional power over you. It proves that their actions dictate your peace of mind. They know that as long as you are emotional, you are still hooked on their line. Ancient Stoic philosophy and modern behavioral psychology offer a far colder, far more effective weapon: silent detachment. You do not argue. You do not make loud threats. You do not explain yourself. You simply cut the invisible psychological string that connects your feelings to their behavior. You turn into a cold stone wall that their manipulation bounces off of. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius faced betrayals, lies, and political snakes every day of his life. Yet, he maintained absolute sovereignty over his internal mind. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Cast out the judgment, and the "I am hurt" is cast out with it. In this clear, deep guide, we are going to break down 8 cold, practical steps of Dark Stoicism to help you detach from anyone who uses you silently, permanently, and without ever losing your calm. Pay extreme attention to step 4, because if you make a mistake there, the person using you will slide straight back into your life through a hidden side door. Let us begin. Step 1. Kill the hero complex inside you. Let us start with a hard question that nobody wants to answer. Why did you let them use you in the first place? In 90% of cases, it is because you suffer from a psychological trap called the hero complex deep inside your mind. You want to be the good person. You want to save people from their problems. When someone comes to you crying, complaining, or acting helpless, your ego steps forward and says, "I can fix this. I can save them. If I help them enough, they will finally love me, respect me, and see my true value." Manipulators have a special radar for people with a hero complex. The moment they spot your need to save others, they play the victim card. They exaggerate their suffering, fake their helplessness, and let you do all the heavy lifting while they sit back and relax. You are not saving them. You are enabling their bad behavior while destroying your own life. Look at what the Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught his students about trying to fix others. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid in regard to external things. Do not wish to be thought to know anything, and even if you appear to be somebody to important people, distrust yourself. Kill the urge to rescue grown adults from consequences they created themselves. If someone ruins their own finances, their own relationships, or their own health through lazy, selfish choices, it is not your job to put out their fires. Let them feel the heat. Let them face the cold reality of their choices. The moment you stop playing the hero, the manipulator loses their favorite puppet. Step 2. Transition from warm fire to cold stone. Notice how your behavior changes when you feel hurt by someone you cared about. You start acting passive-aggressive. You give dirty looks, post sad quotes on social media, or give cold answers while hoping they notice your disappointment. This reaction reveals that you are still desperate for their attention. You are hoping they will ask, "What's wrong? Why are you acting like this?" So you can start a conversation. A true master of Dark Stoicism never plays these emotional games. They practice the transition from warm fire to cold stone. When you realize someone is using you, do not get angry or loud. Do not start acting mean. Simply remove all warmth, personal stories, and emotional access from your interactions. If they speak to you, respond with short, polite, but entirely dry words. Treat them exactly like a stranger at a bus stop or a bank teller who is doing a routine transaction. "Yes, no, I am busy right now. No, I cannot help with that." Notice what happens in their brain when you do this. There is no argument for them to fight against. There is no drama for them to feed on. There is only a wall of cold stone. When a manipulator realizes that their emotional hooks find no grip, they naturally drop away and look for easier targets. Step 5. Master the grey rock method in shared spaces. What if the person who uses you is someone you cannot completely block? What if it is a family member, a co-worker, sitting at the desk next to yours, or a boss you see every single day? You cannot simply run away or block their number without causing massive chaos in your job or family. In psychology, there is a brilliant, battle-tested technique for this exact situation, the grey rock method. Think about a grey rock lying on the side of a road. It is dull. It is boring. It has zero interesting colors, texture, or life. Nobody stops to pick up a grey rock. Nobody pays attention to it. To detach from a manipulator in a shared space, you must become a grey rock. When they talk to you, give the most boring, uninteresting, and short answers possible. How was your weekend? Fine. What are you doing tonight? Just working. What do you think about the news? I haven't paid attention. Do not share your opinions. Do not share your personal life. Do not ask them questions about their day. Manipulators are emotional vampires. They need emotional drama, reactions, and excitement to feel powerful. When you give them zero drama, their brain experiences total boredom. They will quickly stop talking to you and move away to find someone who gives them more emotional fuel. Step 6. Accept the pain of losing the idea of them. Here is a deep psychological truth that keeps people trapped in toxic relationships for years. You are not attached to the actual person in front of you. You are attached to the fantasy version of them that you built inside your own head. You are holding on to the memory of how nice they were when you first met. You are holding on to the potential of who they could be if they just treated you with respect. So, every time they use you, break a promise, or disrespect your time, you forgive them. Because you are clinging to that internal fantasy, to detach permanently, you must mourn and bury that fantasy version. You must look at the real, present human being in front of you with all their selfishness, dishonesty, and lack of care for your life. You must say to yourself, the person I hoped they were does not exist. The real person is standing right here, and they are using me. Epictetus taught his students that suffering comes from confusing fantasy with reality. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of things. When we are hindered, or disturbed, or grieved, let us never attribute it to others, but to ourselves, that is, to our own views. Shatter the fantasy today. Accept the painful truth of who they are right now. Once you accept reality, detachment stops feeling like a sacrifice and starts feeling like a massive relief. Step 7. Build a private citadel that nobody can enter. Why do toxic people have so much power to mess with your head? Because your internal life is completely open and unprotected. You let anyone walk into your mind, drop their opinions, dump their drama, and steal your peace whenever they want. You live with your mental doors wide open. A practitioner of Dark Stoicism builds an internal mind citadel, a private, secure fortress inside their own consciousness. Inside this fortress sit your true values, your private goals, your self-respect, and your inner peace. You build a thick stone wall around this fortress. You place strict psychological guards at the gate, no matter who calls you, no matter who insults you, and no matter who tries to manipulate you. They remain strictly outside the walls of your citadel. They cannot touch your self-worth unless you personally open the gate and hand it to them. Marcus Aurelius spoke constantly of this inner fortress in his personal journals. Remember that the ruling center of your mind becomes invincible when it withdraws into itself and rests content with itself, doing nothing which it does not will to do. Practice guarding your gate every hour of the day. When a manipulator sends a toxic message, look at it from high up on the walls of your citadel. Observe their behavior with calm, scientific curiosity instead of getting upset. Let their manipulations stay outside the walls while you remain completely untouched inside. Step 8. Replace them with silent, obsessive focus. When you finally detach from someone who has been using you, a strange thing happens. You suddenly find yourself with a massive amount of empty time and mental space. For months or years, your brain was constantly occupied with their drama, thinking about what they said, worrying about their problems, and feeling angry at their actions. If you leave that new mental space completely empty, your mind will get lonely. And in a moment of loneliness, you will be tempted to pick up the phone, reach back out, and fall straight back into the trap. You must fill that empty space immediately with silent, obsessive focus on your own life. Take all the mental energy you used to waste on them and channel it into your own mission. Hit the gym with intense discipline. Study a complex skill that increases your income. Read heavy books that sharpen your mind. Clean your living space and organize your daily routines. Make your own growth so demanding, so interesting, and so intense that you literally do not have a single free minute to think about people who used you. Seneca gave this final advice on directing human energy toward high purpose. Life is long if you know how to use it. Let all your effort be directed toward something. Let it keep that end in view. Become so focused on building an extraordinary life that the people who used you become nothing more than faint memories from an old, closed chapter. Conclusion. Sovereign and untouchable detaching from someone who uses you is not an act of cruelty or revenge. It is an act of ultimate self-preservation and self-respect. You are not putting them down. You are simply raising your own standards to a height where manipulation can no longer reach you. Stop playing the hero for people who wouldn't lift a finger for you. Stop giving away your warm fire to cold hearts. Kill the fantasy, step into your mind citadel, and build your life in quiet focus. Let them look for other victims. Let them make their noise. You stand detached, sovereign, and completely untouchable. If you are ready to cut the invisible strings and reclaim your total peace starting today, leave one simple word in the comments section below: detach. Walk quiet. Stand firm and never let anyone treat your life as cheap again.